What's going on, everybody? It's Mibu. I'm gonna go ahead and show off my account. This is gonna serve more as a time capsule for myself, and I would like to show you guys who are interested just kind of where I am, how I build my characters, what cards I have and use, just things like that. So we're gonna go ahead into the inventory. So these are all of my stat cards that have no effects. So such as like bundles that you get from the shop, all out mission, Sam, things like that. This is probably my favorite of the no effects. So Final Valley Sasuke is a recent stat card, I guess. These are my older ones. These also came from bundles. Looking back, it's like, man, why did I even buy that? But back then, they were actually really good. They used to be the old meta pairs of cards. And I don't know why he didn't synthesize, please bear with me. So now we go into the effects. These are all the cards that have effects. I'll briefly show you what they do. You can pause the video if you want to read it. A couple of these you can use together, like this one. It starts in 80 seconds. Like after 80 seconds have passed since the battle, and they end after 80 seconds. And if you look at the effects, the defense and crit, you can actually stack these with a couple that have like this. It says right here, this one starts at the beginning of the match. That way you can use them both, and instead of 80 seconds, you get 160 seconds. And this is one of the more powerful ones. This is the recent Itachi stat card, and I was lucky enough to get one of them. Increase ninjutsu power. So I believe this stacks with a large effect, a large stat increase in fact for the attack buff. So if you combine the two, they're really powerful. This is why I do mostly on my characters. I'll do a attack build, and I'll maximize the attack that you can with the character. And then whenever you use your large attack buff, as well as your ninjutsu damage buff and the other increase in damage, the character becomes a one-shot machine, really. And that's all of my cards with the stat effects. I'm gonna go ahead and show my X ultimates. I'll do it by level though, so you can see where they at. These are my first 4 cards that I have level 15. Recently, I got the Naruto and the Sasuke. I finished Naruto's off with 1 duplicate, and I struggled a little bit to get Sasuke. This is, I believe, my second ever level 15. Naruto, I really don't even use them too much. And this is my first ever one. This is when I wailed out on the 3.5 anniversary. And I believe this is one of the better X Ultimates there is, because at level 8, the ninjutsu cooldown time is halved. And that's a pretty big deal, especially for characters like Madara, who has to go into their jutsus to get all their benefits. Also, I'm working on Obito right now. I believe it will be the next one I get to level 15. And I'll be able to do that when we get the all-out mission rewards this Monday. I've spent 25,000 Shinobites on this Hashirama banner, 3.5, and I got no Hashirama ultimates at all. All of these are from post summons on different banners. I actually got 2 from the Neo Voltage free daily summon. I got 2 of them from it almost back to back. It's pretty crazy. I wasn't going to summon on the board till Kawaki banner, but I got pretty lucky with my 3,000-ish Shinobites I spent on it. I mostly went for the Naruto and Final Valley Sasuke one. This is one of my recent ones I got 3 days ago from the new ticket summon. So I'm really glad to get him out the way, being the first ever 7-star and the first ever triple SS character I've gotten. So, oh, and Max Link Ward, my very first Max Link Ward. I'm really glad to get him out the way. But now I'm gonna go ahead and show off my my builds, what I'm using on all my characters. You guys know the stats that are on these tools or these cards, so I don't have to go through those. I will go through my tools though, just so you can see and have an idea of what I put on them. This is the kind of stuff I focus on for a main. For an attack mission main, this is what I do. I put all the attack beads on him. That way when you go to stats, your attack is just exponentially higher because you're not focusing on stalemate or ailment resistance, because you don't need that on a main, because his claw right here gives him ailment resistance immunity, not just himself but his entire team, so you don't need that. But for defense, it's pretty critical. That's why this character is my attack mission main. I keep him in F4 on my base so he doesn't get sealed. He's been doing me pretty well there actually. That's why I summoned on the board to Kawaki banner, because Kawaki's apparently a meta F4. I did actually get his Lemon Break Jutsu to level 3, which is its max right here. And I was able to do so for Sasuke as well. Sasuke is kind of my other main that I swap to occasionally. But since he's not my number 1 main, I have seal resistance on his tools here. So that alone is missing me out on quite a lot of attack, around 6,000 attack power. But when I do go ahead and play him, I'll switch out the other tools here and put something on like that. So he gets to around 70,000 attack, and I will still have the ability to switch out those tools with my seal tools when I go offline, and he'll serve as a better defender now that he has double sealmate ailment resistance. And then I'm gonna go through my link board. There are a couple of these characters here. These are completely maxed out, third path, and Boruto here is at 2.5. I don't believe I'm gonna go ahead and finish him up here, but I mean, I guess I'll buy this, right? Get that on camera. Alright, now he's not as trash. Skill, who even uses skill? I think that's a skill, the blue one. So if you're using Naruto, then it'll be a little harder to hit, but it's whatever. All of these dudes, level 2 on their link board, 200%. We got 200% for 9 people, 10 people now. Yeah, 200%. I also had the max kit and all of the re-kits and X Ultimates for all of these characters, as you see with the full link board. They're all completely maxed out. All of their kits available here. So there we go. That's 10 with the max link board. I might go ahead and do either Rin or KLM Naruto for the next one. I have enough keys right here to max link board 2 characters. So I might do Rin and Naruto, or I might do Naruto and Shisui, because he's a fun character to play. I recently got his ultimate, so I'm finally able to play him, because now I believe he has... Honestly, his X Ultimate really ain't that worth it. But anyway, at level 8, I've been saying this on Reddit actually. At level 8, I believe this character is a really good one, because him as well, he gets the half ninja cooldown time for his ninjutsu. So now his Phoenix here, instead of being 4 seconds, is 2 seconds. And this jutsu is pretty powerful, and it also gives him invincibility. And I believe this is the one that makes him immune to the status ailments. Yeah, right there at the bottom. So with this jutsu, he's reapplying all of his invincibilities and resistances. So if you have this at 2-second cooldown, he can spam it, and theoretically he would have infinite invincibility. So that's one character I'm kind of thinking about maxing his ultimate, because at level 15, I'm sure like the Narukage, if you get this level 15, then the effect here having ninja cooldown would be sustainable, meaning it lasts 10 seconds after you get the ultimate. That's a cool little trick about Naruto here. Although instead of being half ninja cooldown time, his cooldown time is ignored entirely. So with that all said, that's the end of it. I'm gonna go ahead and show my tools in my storage here. These are all of my free-to-play tools. Just tools you can get just from playing. And these are the tools that you get from Sam, Tam, and bundles. Some Roundup as well. Like the recent Kawaki. I got that bundle, but yeah, I didn't even get Kawaki's limit break. Should have went for Boruto. And out of the two, I think Boruto was the better character. At first, I said Kawaki was the better character, but having played the two, he's most certainly better. I think. With all that,